What's up everyone, welcome back to Mike's Motors. It's a little bit chilly out today, right around 30 degrees, and they're actually calling for a lot of ice tonight and tomorrow. I think right around a half an inch or more, which is kind of wild for this area. Anyways, we got another video on the Chevy Tahoe today. I've been fighting an issue with the wheel speed sensors on the front end. Every single time I'm going around 5 to 8 miles per hour, the ABS or the traction control kind of kicks in. This happens whenever I'm accelerating or stopping. The car is still drivable, but it has become a nuisance to me and really annoying. So I went ahead and got the new wheel speed sensors. Hopefully this is the last piece that'll make the Tahoe roadworthy. I do have some more stuff coming for it. We got some new valve covers, new sparkulators, we got some new interior LEDs, new tail lights. Then we're going to switch gears and go over to the 2 Series. I've got some stuff in for that, some brakes, and the tensioner belt kit. And then finally, we're going to start working on this E30. This has kind of been sitting on the back burner for a few years, but now that I've got some more time and a little bit more cash, I want to start working on this again and get this back on the road. So what we're going to do, we're going to go hop in the truck, get it warmed up. I'm going to take you guys for a spin down the road real quick and show you what I'm talking about with the traction control and the ABS going off. Then we're going to come back, get the truck jacked up, and swap out these wheel hubs. I went with the Timken full wheel hub assembly. This comes with the wheel speed sensor already installed. All we got to do is plug it in up at the harness. It also comes with the hardware for the hub and new hardware for the brake caliper. And from what I saw online is that whenever you are removing the wheel speed sensors and taking them out from the hub, you're good to remove them up top where it connects to the harness. But when you're removing them from the hub, it does tend to cause these type of issues. So when we went to remove them, when we did work back on the suspension, we probably caused this issue and exactly why we're doing this video today. Let's go ahead, get out here, hop in the truck, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right guys, let's get this thing started up. All right, we hopped in, she's all warmed up. Well, at least for what we're trying to do. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about here. Typically I turn off the traction control because it somewhat helps with the whole issue, but right off the start it doesn't typically do it. We'll come up here to the stop sign and show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, so imagine when I stoplight, start going, you see traction active came on. So like right around 5-10 miles per hour. We'll make a left right here, turn around. You see that? Because I slow down enough right around 5-8 miles per hour. Now it's just like, doesn't want to do anything. I don't know what's going on. So that's with traction control on. Typically I turn it off. It helps a little bit, but not really. At least it'll kind of eventually get through it. Whenever I have traction control on, it'll just kind of sit there and it won't go anywhere. Everything that I've been seeing online is pointing to the wheel speed sensor. When I'm trying making a right, it doesn't typically do it because the left tire, it's this tire over here. This tire is typically going faster because I'm making a right turn. I think it picks up the speed a lot quicker. So, oh, there we go. I'm stopping. Let's make a right down here and I'll show you. Let's see if it does it when I'm slowing down again. Yep, there it is. Every single time. So if you can imagine, if I'm daily driving this every single day to the city, it does not like it at all. There we go again. See, and then it does that noise all the time. It's just so annoying, guys. So hopefully the wheel hub will actually fix it. Let's get back here, get the front jacked up, and get to work. Oh man, again. I hope that's the last time that ever happens. Cross our fingers, guys. Alright, first we're gonna grab this cover off, start jacking up the front. Oh, come on. There you go. It's off. Get our little fasteners. Throw those up in there. All right. Man, I'm telling you, it is super chilly out here today, guys. Perfect. Drag her on up. Start knocking these wheels off, guys. All right, get this guy off. Ooh, I need to jack it up. Almost forgot it. There we go. Get this guy off. One more. Alrighty. Have these guys. The wheel. Alrighty. So we've got that done. Go grab my little chair and my tools. Alright guys, we're over here on the passenger side first. Let's kind of figure out what we're going to be working with. We got 15 millimeters down here holding on the wheel hub. We got 18 millimeters right here holding on the brake caliper. First we got this wheel speed sensor wire out of the way first. We'll just disconnect it right up here. And then yank that guy out. Sometimes it helps using a little flathead. Get underneath of it. Because it's a little prong that goes into the strut tower right here. Alright, there we go. See what I'm talking about. That just kind of presses right into the hole up there. These right here, you should be able to kind of break loose. Break that loose, pull that out because we're going to reuse that piece. Same with this one right here. Just opens up. And then this guy right here, it just kind of, you got to press it out or pull it. It kind of presses into a little tab right there. Oh man, it's cold out here. Woo. Alright. That guy's loose. We'll get that guy out of the way for now. Start disassembling. I have our 18 millimeter. Got a breaker bar. Alrighty. Break that loose. Down here on the bottom one. Alright, we got that one out. Switch over here to our drill now. Alright, those two bolts are free. Let's take our brake caliper, just kind of twist it up a little bit, just to kind of separate the pads a bit, slide it out. Flip her up here. It's almost the best spot right there on these Chevys. Hold the brake caliper. Get our brake disc off. All right here. So the shield is somewhat sandwiched back behind the wheel hub where it mounts. So that should be able to just come right off. We'll clean it up and put it right back on with the new hub. So let's grab our 15, our breaker bar again. That one's loose. Oh. All right, and one more. Alrighty. Now, the drill should be able to finish the job on these bolts. Get the wheel hub off, clean it up a little bit, and get the new one on. Whew. Alrighty, all three of those are out. Just gonna get this guy up here unthreaded. 1, 2, and 3 out. Alrighty. Now, take the whole hub off. Grab our shield. Whew. One hub down. Nice. I'm gonna grab wire wheel real quick, clean this up. Clean up this hub right here where it bolts up to the steering knuckle. And then we'll get everything kind of put back together with some new grease. Alright, that's all cleaned up, guys. You can see right down in here, you want to get all this old grime off. Don't need to go too crazy, but you want to get all the old stuff out. Makes it a lot easier to put everything back in. We'll grab our grease. Don't have to go crazy with this stuff. You just want to put a little bit on, and of course, it really doesn't want to play right now when it's, 28 degrees outside. So, you're doing this stuff in the cold, it is a little more challenging. It doesn't want to spread very easily, so you want to really get in there. Alright, that's good. Get our old hub out of the way. We go over here, grab our new hub. Alright, we've got our new hub here, and I was kind of looking at these. I wanted to make sure all these kind of fit up kind of correctly, because it kind of can start to see right off the bat. The old one is a little bit thicker, but if you look at the flange, it is the right dimension, so it'll fit up just fine. Get our wire untangled here. Set the new one right here for a moment, because I forgot to clean up this brake shield. The wind's kind of picking up a little bit. It kind of does feel like it's about to snow. Let's get our new hub right here. Snake our new wheel speed sensor through the right way. So like this. Yes. All right. Your wheel speed sensor is in there. Now you want to be careful not to pinch this wire while you're installing this. It's pretty easy to do so. Kind of get that lined up there. Make sure your wire's free. Go ahead and get this. Throw it back there because you don't want to get that snagged up. Start tightening up stuff. And then you've pinched the wire now. You got to take it all back apart. So get that back there. We'll get our new hardware. And get these started. Now we've got the top one started now. This one in. Get these snugged up. All right, those are all good and snug. Let's go ahead and get these tightened up now. And then we'll set the torque to 133 foot-pounds. Whew. All right, let's get the torque all set up. All right, top one's torqued in. All right, guys, we got everything torqued in. We got everything buttoned up here. Get the brake caliper back on, and then we'll switch over to the driver's side. Whew. Get our new brake caliper bolts. These had blue Loctite already on it, so that's really nice. Came in the kit. Top one started a bit. Alrighty. Alrighty. Bottom one's tight. Alright guys, that's all situated there. Let's start getting our wheel speed sensor wire routed. For this first one, there's a little tab here. Kind of want to peel it out. It'll clip in. This guy right here, we're reusing the old one. Take that off. That in, snap. This one as well. We're reusing the old one. Take that out. Get that situated. And snap. And then up here, go ahead and get our new cable hooked up. Alright, and then this just goes right into this hole up here. Just like so. Alright, that's all good. Alright, let's hop over to the other side. I'm going to time lapse that a little bit. You don't have to deal with me struggling with that side all over again. Get that knocked out. I'm going to go for a spin real quick, test it out. Whew, it's cold out here, guys. All right, I just finished knocking out the driver's side. We're going to knock these wheels back on and go take it for a spin, try it out, see if that fixed our issues. I ended up doing exactly what I told you guys not to do and pinched the wire on the wheel speed sensor. I was starting the bolts a little bit and I caught myself, so luckily I didn't damage anything. But the one thing I told you guys not to do, I end up doing. So let's go ahead and get these wheels on. Please don't roll away. I need you. Those are all started on this side. Let me hop over here. Get this one on. Get all the nuts started. Wind. It is gonna be a cold one, guys. I think the high for tomorrow is calling for like 24, 26 degrees. I don't know. You won't be seeing me outside. Maybe. I might take the 2 Series out. Spin around a little bit. Slide. Go have some fun. We'll see how bad it gets, though. Grab our torque. We're going to 140 foot-pounds. Get both tires down, tighten these up. Alrighty, that should be good on the torque. Got this guy down. Get our shield back on there. Always, 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 y'all own these torque wrenches. I've had this thing since 2017, but I never really had it calibrated or anything. But always, every time you're done with these spring load type torque wrenches, release it, bring it all the way back down to 0, release the spring, because if you set it in there, don't release the spring develops that position over time, and it doesn't really keep its same tension, and you don't really get the right values for torque. As it gets older, the spring just stretches, and especially if you leave it set at a high torque, the spring is in tension and really bad for the longevity of any type of torque wrench. Let's get our carburetor back on. There we go. I got started. Didn't want to though. There we go. All right, shield's on. Let's take this puppy for a spin. See how we did. It's gonna be so relieving if this actually works. Whew. Oh, I still got the wheel chucks back there. Don't need those blocking us. All right. Alrighty, here's our moment of truth, guys. I'm gonna get to this stop sign. We started off this video. Didn't do it stopping. Started off this video having this issue. Oh my God, it's gone. That's awesome. Well, at least it didn't do it that time. Let's try a couple more times. Go the same route here. Perfect. Nice. Low speed, no issues. Whenever I'm going start stop here in the city, won't be giving me every single time traction control problems. So let's do another stop here. Beautiful. That's awesome. So we finally fixed our traction control issue. No longer have to deal with that annoyance every single time I slow down, every single time I stop. I don't have to sit here and turn off traction control every time I leave the house just for it to kind of get going, but it's still annoying. So that worked out really good. Alright guys, I'm going to get back over here. I'm going to swap out the rear tires for this because in the event we do get a lot of ice, my rear tires are pretty much bald. So I still want to be able to get somewhere if I have to I'm going to swap out the rear tires for another set of wheels I have over there. They have a lot better tread on them, so in the event I have to go out tomorrow or Monday, I should be able to get out in this. And now I won't have to worry about the traction control going off every single time I go somewhere, especially in the snow. I'm not going to get anywhere. So let's get those swapped out. Alright guys, I just got the rear tires swapped out for the ones with the better tread on them. I got to put a little bit of air in them because they were down to around 25, 26 PSI. I'm only going to go up to around 30, 32 because I still want them to be a little bit low just in case this ice gets really bad. Actually, the ice is starting to come down now, or freezing rain. It's just a little bit, but it's a lot earlier than I expected it to. I thought it was going to start around like 8 or 10 o'clock tonight, but yep, it's starting to come down now. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. We got the wheel hubs replaced. We finally fixed those issues with the wheel speed sensors. No more going into ABS or traction control right around 5, 8 miles per hour. Don't have that annoyance going on anymore. And we got an all new hub in there with all new bearings. So it's almost like a 2-in-1, which is really nice. Overall, everything went together pretty smoothly. A couple of 15mm bolts for the hub, 18mm bolts for the brake caliper. Everything came off, everything went on pretty quick. And the new hubs even came with new hardware, so I didn't have to rely on the old stuff. So that's pretty nice. After that, we got the rear tires swapped out for some better tread ahead of the ice storm coming in tonight. It's actually starting to come down right now. So I'm glad we got things kind of wrapped up because not only was it cold, but dealing with freezing rain on top of that is just no fun. As always, I really appreciate you guys watching. Please remember to go like and subscribe. Every like that you guys give me on these videos gives me more visibility on YouTube and allows me to do more stuff for you guys, like more videos, more content. So if you guys enjoyed this one, please go drop it a like. It's pretty quick, it's free, and it goes really far in the long run. Like I said, I got a little bit more stuff coming up for the Tahoe. Then we're going to switch gears to these two BMWs. So if you guys are really interested in that type of stuff, go ahead and subscribe. When those videos come out, you go ahead and see them. And then you get to see everything that goes on with these two cars. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.